Our last meeting for the Board of Elections was April 20th. On April 26th, there was a meeting in Franklin at Tri-County, and I did not attend that meeting. Janet did. We got some handouts from it. Patty, our town clerk, went, and basically that there's going to be a community meeting of some sort on June 15th. I'm not sure, so I can't really clarify that. But on August 30th or 31st, they'll vote on the question. October 24th is the election date. It's a Tuesday. The hours agreed by the people that were at the meeting on the 26th was that the hours of the election will be 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is a Tuesday, okay? We must have uniform polling hours throughout the district. So in other words, every town that's affected by this, their voting hours will be 12 to 8 p.m. It's a regional election, okay? The expenses will be reimbursed by Tri-County, and the expenses that they're referring to is basically all of them. They will have us, they will reimburse us for printing of the ballots. I called him to clarify that it wasn't like the state. When we have a state election, the state does the printing or has the printing of the ballots done, and they send them to us. It'll be the individual towns will get the ballots depending on what machine they have, and all this will be reimbursed afterwards. The memory cards for the machines, the coding, all the expenses that we have with an election, the programming costs for the voting machines, the election worker staffing, overtime if there's overtime for voter registration and on election day, okay, which it says here postage for mail-in ballots, but we changed that afterwards because they will not be having mail-in ballots. Food for the election workers, which is a help because we do feed our election workers, okay, and any reasonable supplies. They will reimburse it. I talked to the fella there. He's already sent me a form that we'll end up filling out around the time of the election. It'll just be one polling place, basically. From what he was explaining, it's a small election. We don't have to vote by precincts. There'll be like one machine at the polling place, at our polling place, put it that way, okay?
That'll keep it simple.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely will, you know, so it'll be a check-in, vote, check out.
Some excitement in what would otherwise be a very slow year.
I imagine it's not a state election, so they will probably have school that day. We don't have school on state elections. However, primaries we do. So it's like, I imagine that, and when we used to have the preliminary, we had the
Right.
election while school was in.